I spent nearly $200 on this inventory that I got at the thrift store, and I'm gonna bring you along with me in this thrift with me, but I'm also gonna share how much I project to make from them as well. Hey y'all, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is MOGIBETH, and for those of y'all who are new here, I own a six-figure reselling business selling women's clothing on places like Poshmark and eBay. And in today's video, we are doing a thrift with me and a thrift haul. I'm gonna bring you along with me to Goodwill and a local thrift store that I went to here in Portland. But then I'm also going to meet you back here, do a little haul, share my cost of goods for each item, share my projected sales price, my projected profit and projected profit margin, and my totals. How much do I plan to make from this thrift trip? So without further ado, let's jump back in time and head on over to Goodwill. Hello, it is a beautiful fall afternoon, or really it's an evening. It's 4:30. And it's a great time to go thrifting. So I'm gonna go to a Goodwill in the area, one that has been really fire for me before. It's also been a dud before. So that's almost like every Goodwill here, it just depends. So I'm crossing my fingers, I'm visualizing, I'm mental priming, I'm getting myself ready to find all the good things. And if it does have good stuff, then I'll probably just end up going here for the day. But if it doesn't, then we'll head on to another one. So let's cross our fingers and see what we can find. sale closing, and I got a big old bag of stuff. This was my best thrift trip in a really long time. I'm so happy with what I found. I can't wait to show y'all. But I'm hungry, so I'm gonna go get food. I think I'm just gonna go straight to the haul and just that's the video, but I might, if I have time this weekend, go to one more thrift store. We'll see. But I had so much fun. I can't wait to show you what I found. Okay, so I started my thrift trip by going to a big Goodwill here in Portland. It's a hit or miss Goodwill for me, but it was a hit this time around. Thankfully, I'm so excited to share it with y'all what I found. And then the next day I went to a local thrift store here in Portland and I found a few other things as well. So, okay, let's jump into it. Item number one from Goodwill was this Adriana Papel, and this is a brand that I'm very selective with. Not all pieces do well, but this piece, because it is an 18W, it's plus size, and it's a really gorgeous piece. It's got this beaded shoulder and then this gathered front, and it's a long gown, and green was half off, so it was marked at $14.99, but then I got it for half off, so I got it for $7.50. And I have a video coming up on formal wear, but plus size formal wear in my experience does really well. So I expect to make $65 from this dress. I could make more. I couldn't find any really direct comps on this exact dress, so I had to estimate it based off similar styles. But with that $65 expected sales price and a cost of goods of $7.50, my expected profit is $44.51, and my expected profit margin is 68.47%. So a really good purchase, a really good way to start out this haul. The next dress is also something that, although much simpler, is going to perform well, I think. This dress is actually still for sale at Anthropologie. So this is Sundry for Anthropologie, and this is a really good brand that does well on Poshmark no matter what, but I think the collaboration does even better. It is a t-shirt dress that is ruched on one side, and it's in this really pretty periwinkle color. I think they call it iris. And I spent $7.99 on this. So with that cost of goods, my expected sales price is $60, which sounds high, but really the comps on this dress on Poshmark were only in the color black, and they were selling for $80, $90. That was new with tag, so I decided, hey, it's on Anthropologie.com right now on sale for $109. Maybe someone who's looking for this dress on Anthropologie will find it over on Poshmark for $75, $80, whatever I decide to price it at, and we'll jump on it for $60, which sounds high for a t-shirt dress, but I think it's a really cute piece and I think it should do well. So that leaves my projected profit at $40.01 and my projected profit margin of 66.68%. So really good way to start the haul. Okay, this next one I actually bought entirely for myself, but it's almost 100% polyester, and I'm not a huge fan of polyester, so I'm undecided on whether I want to keep it, sell it, or return it. But it is new with tag. It's a Zara dress, and here is the Zara tag I like to pick up. I paid up for this dress, however. It was $12.99, which I wouldn't have done if I was buying it just for resale purposes. I probably would have left it behind, because this dress with a $12.99 cost of goods has an expected sales price of $32. However, as you can see on here, it retailed for $50, but recently in an extra large, I believe, this dress sold for $60 on Poshmark. So sometimes Zara pieces, especially since Zara really turns over their inventory so quickly, can sell for above retail on the resale marketplace because people are on the search for them. So this dress could perform better than that, but based off of the averages of what I saw, I think 32 is a pretty safe bet. But that would only leave me with a profit of $12.61. So it wouldn't even be double my money, but that is a 39.41% projected profit margin. So let me know in the comments down below, would you keep the Zara dress? Would you try to sell it? Or would you return it? The next piece I think I found on camera is one of my favorite all-time brands to sell, and it is Reformation. And the cost of goods on this dress was only $7.99, which is great. I will say this fabric has a little bit of pilling. I wonder if I can get it to show up on the camera. If you can see that there. It just has a little bit of wear, but it's still definitely wearable. You can only really see it when you're really up close. I didn't even notice it at Goodwill. It's a size 2, and this Reformation dress is called the Roman dress, and one of the reasons I really like it has a high square neckline, which is very 90s, and 90s is very in. But at $7.99 cost of goods, I put an estimated sales price of $65 because actually the same dress in a similar condition recently sold for $65. So that leaves me with a projected profit of $44 and a projected profit margin of 67.71%. So the dresses section was good to me at Goodwill. Next was a pickup that I'm really interested to see how it does. This is a brand that doesn't retail for a lot of money, but it is sold at places like Nordstrom, Revolve, Shopbop, and they make really trendy pieces. So this is Aster the Label, which I come across, fairly often. I guess you could call it a bread and butter brand for me, but I'm selective with what I pick up. But this dress is called the Caprice Floral Dress. It's a maxi dress, and it has these puff sleeves and this kind of gathered area along the neckline, which is very on trend. I paid $9.99 for this dress, so a little more than the other ones, but I am projecting that I'll make $40 sale price from this, which will leave me with about $22 in profit and 55% profit margin. So if I do sell for that, that will be great. A thing to note, this is definitely a spring summer dress, which I am perfectly okay with. I pick up for year round. However, I do try to focus on sweaters and coats and boots during the winter. But if I come across a good piece that's spring or summer, I'm definitely still gonna pick it up because y'all, you really want to start listing for spring summer in January, December, and we're gonna be there before you know it. So the next piece is one I actually didn't think I was gonna pick up, but then after checking comps, I decided to go ahead. And it is an Everlane dress. And it's a size large, which had a big impact on me deciding to pick it up. And also another factor is that it was only $6.99. So in our thrift stores, that's really cheap for a dress. And the reason I didn't think I was gonna pick it up is because this is definitely an older piece, and I have picked up striped tank dresses by Everlane before, and they haven't performed quite as well as other Everlane pieces. But I think it being a size large, there just weren't that many available on Poshmark, and $6.99 leaves me good enough room to make a profit. So I project that with that cost of goods, I will have an expected sales price of $30 and then a projected profit of $17.01 and a projected profit margin of 56.7%. Something I need to mention that I forgot to mention at the beginning of this video is that these projections are based off me checking comps. And if you want to learn more about that, I've made a video on it, which I'll link up on the screen now. And these projections are based off me selling on Poshmark without a shipping discount. A lot of the times I do have a shipping discount because a lot of my sales come from offers to likers, and oftentimes when I'm listing an item, I'll include a shipping discount as well, but it varies, and I decided just for simplicity's sake, let's leave that out of the equation, but something to keep in mind. Okay, the next piece is this new with tag NBD dress, and NBD is an in-house Revolve brand. If you want to learn more about Revolve brands, I've done a video specifically on Revolve, and this dress they had priced at $7.99. This is an older NBD dress. Back in the day, I definitely could have got a lot more for this dress, but I still can make a decent profit. So a new with tag NBD dress, I got it for $7.99. I have an estimated sales price of $40 with a projected profit of $24, and then a projected profit margin of 60.03. So really not all that bad. Okay, the next two pieces I'm actually going to send to the RealReal. So in my estimations, I put together what I estimated a payout would be, but it's really hard for me to determine that. So I might have overestimated, underestimated. I probably leaned a little bit more toward the overestimation side, but we will see. It's been a while since I sent anything into the RealReal, to be honest. But this dress is by 3.1 Philip Lim, which is a really nice designer. It is a sweater knit dress, which is really, really pretty. It's red and white marled, which comes out to this really pretty pink color. It does have one stain I'm gonna have to remove, but otherwise in excellent condition. I paid $9.99 for it, but the tag was missing, so they decided just to make it a final as-is sale, which means I can't return it. So for the RealReal, I'm just going to share my expected payout and my expected profit, but then skip profit margin because I didn't include what I expected to actually sell for on the RealReal. But with the $9.99 cost of goods, my estimated payout is $22, which leaves me with an estimated profit of $12.01. I'm hoping sending it in now, since it is a knit dress, it will do well, but I could see this dress selling for less, so we'll just have to wait and see how it does. I'm more hopeful actually for this. This is a brand I wasn't familiar with, Henrik Vibskov. Okay, let me know how I'm mispronouncing that. But I actually got it for $7.99. When I came across it in the thrift store, I decided to look it up, and it was a really good designer. However, on Poshmark, since it's a more obscure designer, it didn't really look like there was a ton of demand for it. So when I looked it up on the RealReal, they do accept it, and so I'm excited to see how it does. Okay, so with this Henrik Vibskov sweater with a $7.99 cost of goods, I put an expected payout of $34 based off of other items similarly selling on the RealReal, and that left me with a projected profit of $26. So that's a lot better, and hopefully it performs well. Okay, so next I have a couple of jackets that I found at Goodwill. I almost skipped this because it has a stain here, but I'm gonna try to get it off. I think I can at least get it to fade a bit, but when I was kind of scratching on it, it was coming off. So we're gonna see how it does, but after checking comps, I really wanted to pick this up. This is a rag and bone jean jacket that's hot pink, and this jacket was sold on Revolve. And here, I'll go ahead and show you the tag. It's an extra small, and I paid $12.99 for it. Yeah, but it has been performing well on Poshmark, so I really want to get that stain out and try it out over there. With a $12.99 cost of goods, I put an expected sale price of $60, which would leave me with an expected profit of $35.01 and an expected profit margin of 58.35%. The next jacket is a brand that is often sold at Anthropologie. This is Marrakesh. And I used to have a ton of luck with Marrakesh, but it's been a while since I picked it up. But I wanted to go ahead and try this one out. It is an oversized camo utility jacket with some cool pockets and zippers, and I paid $12.99 for this one as well. And with that cost of goods, I put an expected sales price of $40 with an expected profit of $19.01 and expected profit margin of 47.53. Not exactly what I'm shooting for, but I'm hoping that because we're in fall that it sells quickly. Cross my fingers. Okay, so I had actually a lot of luck in the denim section at this Goodwill. So that is what we will dive into next. The first is a pair of Madewell skinny jeans, and I paid $7.99 for these. I love picking up Madewell, as y'all know. It was in my bread and butter Bolo Brands video, which I'll link up on the screen. But I was actually really interested because I learned something with this pair of jeans, which I'll show you. I didn't know that Madewell has obviously petite and tall, but they also have something called, I think, tallest. And that's what this 31TL, it's like beyond tall. It's for people who are very, very tall. So the leg on these is very, very long. But after checking comps, I'm really excited to see how they do, because this will be my first time selling within that kind of sizing category. Those jeans are called the Madewell Taller 10-inch high-rise skinny jeans in Danny Wash. It has a cost of goods of $7.99 with an expected sales price of $50, which leaves me with an expected profit of $32.01 and an expected profit margin of 64.02%. Okay, when I was checking comps, I kind of parked my cart next to the shorts section because no one was really going through it. But I just happened to look at these and pull them out and be like, what the heck? Okay, I'm glad I found them. These are new tag Madewell shorts, you know, brand new. Super lucky that I found these. And they were $7.99. And again, shorts, still gonna pick them up even though we are in October. They are a cool cutoff raw hem with some distressing along the waistband as well. Really cool pair of shorts, size 28. They're called the Madewell High Rise Long Denim Shorts in Hendrick Wash. And after checking comps, with the $7.99 cost of goods, I have an expected sales price of $45 with an expected profit of $28.01 and an expected profit margin of 62.24. So I was really happy with that. And these were really similar. I'm pretty sure these are brand spanking new because the patch, and also they're from a recent season. So these are also Madewell, and this is in a size 31T. These I got for, again, $7.99, which was lucky. And those are called the Wide Leg Crop in Reggie Wash. With a $7.99 cost of goods, I have an expected sales price of $60 with an expected profit of $40.01 and expected profit margin of 66.68%. So really excited about those. Okay, this next one I'm really excited about, not only because it Spanx, but also because it's an extra large, which I think is, the higher the size, the better Spanx does in my experience. In fact, I have sold this exact pair of skinny jeans or jeggings with a released hem and some distressing on Poshmark recently for $55 in an extra large. I have, I think, an extra small in my closet right now of the same style. An extra small is just the slowest move for me in Spanx. And I paid $9.99, oh, let me turn it around, for these bad boys. And so, with the cost of goods of $9.99, my expected sales price is $55, because that's what I've recently sold it for. And that left me with an expected profit of $34.01 and an expected profit margin of 61.84%. So yay, thumbs up. Next, I think y'all saw me find on camera are these Levi's wedge jeans. And this is a style by Levi's that I think does particularly well. Last time when I listed them, I think they sold same day. And I got them for $9.99, which is not bad. And they're in good condition. After looking up the style code actually in here, I was able to find the color of these. So these are the Levi wedgie jeans in Authentic Favorite. And with a $9.99 cost of goods, I put an expected sales price of $45, which I think is reasonable, with an expected profit of $26.01 and an expected profit margin of 57.8%. Okay, so this is the last item from the Goodwill portion of the haul. I think y'all might have seen me find these Max Mara pants, and every single time I've sent in Max Mara, it sells quickly and does well, even pants. So I decided to see if that would be true on these guys. So I went ahead and picked them up. I paid $9.99 for them, and they do have a stain on them. So if I can't get this out, I might return it. I'll just try to get it out with the tag still on. But I said that with this cost of goods of $9.99, my expected payout for these pants I put at 22 bucks, which leaves me with an expected profit of $12.01. And obviously that's not a huge profit, not a great profit margin either if I were to calculate that. But again, with the RealReal, all I have to do is just put it in a box and ship it on its way. So not too bad. I'm willing to take less if it's going to be essentially passive income. Okay, so then I went to a local thrift store and I found only 4 things, but they were all good 4 things. So the first, I almost just passed on entirely, but then after looking it over, I decided, hey, this actually seems like a recent piece, and it is. Okay, so this is Rails, and it's size medium, and it's this really cute, like long sleeve tee in this vintage floral print with a puffed sleeve and then a gathered wrist. And I was like, actually, this is really cute. At first I thought it was just, you know, just a plain old t-shirt, but then I started looking at it more and I decided, hey, you know, I think this is actually something worth looking up and checking comps on. The cost was only $5, which is nice. And so I found out that this style actually does fairly well on Poshmark. So this is called the Rails Amelia top in Indigo Buds. And if you look up Amelia top by Frame, it's really cute the way they have it styled and the way that it sits. I was really tempted to try to keep it, but since it's a medium, I think I need a little bit smaller size. So if y'all ever run across that piece in an extra small or small, let me know. But with a $5 cost of goods, I put an expected sales price of $35, which for a t-shirt isn't too bad. And that leaves me with an expected profit of $23 and an expected profit margin of 65.71%. So feel good about that one. This one, there was one direct comp on Poshmark that kind of almost made me put this back, but since I saw on other platforms, I decided to go ahead and pick it up, and since it's a sweater, I think there's a good probability of that other comp selling and then me being able to basically be the only one on the market. But this is the brand Bowden, and this is the newer Bowden tag. I went over that again in my bread and butter brand video, but this was $9, but white tags were 50% off. So I got it for $4.50, but it's this metallic stripe sweater. It's a recent style, and it has actually really good stock photos. When I was looking it up, it is called the Bowden Mabel sweater, and I got it for $4.50. My estimated sales price is $30, which leaves me with an estimated profit of $19.50 with a projected profit margin of 65%. So not too shabby. And then I was able to find another pair of my good old trusty Madewell denim, probably one of my favorite categories to pick up. This is a size 27 and is in really good condition. I couldn't find the tag on here anywhere, but from my receipt, I was able to ascertain that it was $9. And the expected sales price of those jeans, they're called the Madewell Curvy High-Rise Skinny Jeans in Moreau Wash, is $45 with an expected or projected profit of $27 and a projected profit margin of 60%. And then we have one more item for the haul. Shoes. My only pair of shoes that I got from this haul, a pair of knee-high boots. I've actually sold this style of boot before, so when I saw them at this thrift store, I decided to pick them up, and I checked comps, of course, but still, they're still doing well. But these are brand new. I'm fairly certain because the ties are still in there, and the bottom of the shoe is in new or like new condition. But these are a size 7.5. They're called the Crescenta boot, and they come up to your knee, and which was really on trend last season. We'll see how it does this season, but I still feel really good about it because right now, based off my experience this year, riding boots have been doing really well. So with a $15 cost of goods, I put an expected sales price of $65, but I think it actually could go for more. I'll probably price it a little bit higher. That would leave me with a projected profit of $37 and a projected profit margin of 56.92%. So not that bad. Okay, so that is the haul, but I want to share my overall numbers for this thrift trip. And really, I only probably spent, what, 3 or 4 hours thrifting this time around, but it went by like that because I loved it. It was so much fun, and I would do it, you know, in my spare time anyway. So it didn't really feel like work at all, but my cost of goods was $192.84, and since we don't have sales tax in Oregon, it really was exactly that, which is nice. So my expected sales price of everything goes according to what I project, and of course each item is going to have a different sell-through rate, so this might take a while for everything to sell. But if it all went to plan, my projected sales would be $940, which is great. So that being said, my projected profit is then $574.77, which is really pretty good for the amount of work that I put into acquiring these items, almost 600 bucks. Great deal to me. And an average profit margin, I left out the RealReal, is 60.01%, which is really right on target for me, so I couldn't be happier with that number. So overall, I'm super happy with the expected performance of this haul. Let me know in the comments down below, what item here would you have passed on entirely, or what is your favorite piece from the haul? I think my favorite piece, ooh, it's a hard one. I mean, honestly, I'm kind of, the Madewell denim is standby for sure, but I'm really curious to see how this does. And also this is actually making me, after checking comps and looking up different pieces by Sundry and Anthropologie, it's making me want to acquire some for my own personal wardrobe. So I'm gonna go with that one as my favorite, but let me know in the comments down below what your favorite was. But thanks so much for watching. I hope this was fun or helpful, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Okay, love y'all, bye.